Oh boy, it looks like it's about that time of year again. We're getting very, very close to Scary Month. It's a time of year where everyone bands together and just tries to scare the living shit out of every child they can see. Whether that be just wearing a terrifying costume or watching an episode of Invader Zim where he proceeds to steal children's organs and harvest them inside of his own body. Oh wait, that was me. That happened to me. Hello everyone, welcome to Childhood Trauma, the most bestest name for any series around. But since Scary Month is coming up soon, I kind of wanted to lean us toward that because I have a lot to talk about when it comes to next month. But for now, I wanted to talk about something that is just not really scary, but just disturbing. Honestly, I consider it to be one of the most disturbing episodes of any children's show. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's some episodes of other shows that are worse, but at least for me, this is a top tier terrifying episode. And I'll be honest, I was pretty terrified just rewatching this episode, and I think it was mostly because, you know, I was terrified as a child, so obviously watching it now, that terror kind of comes back. And Invader Zim by itself was already kind of like a disturbing show. There were some creepy elements to it. But don't get me wrong, I still think Invader Zim is a fantastic show, probably one of my favorite shows as a kid. And this episode is no new thing. Plenty of different YouTubers have already talked about this countless times because, boy, it's traumatic. Many people have dealt with the trauma that I have dealt with, and we're gonna revisit it today.
Did somebody say childhood trauma?
I put a lock on my door. I changed my locks. How are you getting in? And I thought you were the bootleg guy. Bootleg Jones or Pete or whatever your name
You
is.
see, I'm expanding my business. Instead of just selling bootleg copies of movies, I'm going around to people's houses and scaring the living shit out of kids. So, I love it.
Okay. Why?
What do you mean? Bootleg John likes to have some fun sometimes.
Okay, bootleg John. First it was bootleg Pete, then it was bootleg Jones. Now you're going with bootleg John? Why? What is this?
After I got canceled, I didn't really want to use my real name anymore, so people couldn't notice me. So I kind of just came up with the whole spiel, tried to, get myself back up on my feet.
You were canceled?
Because it was pretty rough.
Johnny?
Johnny? I haven't heard that name in a long time.
I know what I gotta do.
No, Johnny, you can't do that.
This is probably it for me, Pete. It's been good, you know.
Oh shit, you're canceled! No. My name is Bootleg Pete. We'll just leave it at that. Here, take your childhood trauma and I'll get out of your hair.
But I didn't even tell you what I wanted yet.
Of course you didn't. I always know what you want, baby. Now like a phantom, I'm gone.
Holy shit. Just a fair warning before we get into this episode is actually quite disturbing. If you're planning on eating something, now is the time. So the episode starts out at a school where a kid gets pelted with a dodgeball.
My organs!
Yeah, just a very normal thing to say.
Inferior human organs! Oh, my squeedly spooch! Did you hear that, Gaz? That's no human organ. Humans don't have squeedly spooches.
I've got a squeedly spooch.
Did she just reference her vagina? Okay, can I just take a second to talk about how ridiculously funny this show is? So, the teacher was teaching a class of 12-year-olds. That Ring Around the Rosie was actually about the bubonic plague. Then a pigeon flies on top of Zim's head, and instead of shooing away the pigeon, she declares pigeon head.
Zim! You've got head pigeons. Get to the nurse before they spread to the other children.
Yes, Miss Bitters.
No leaving the class without a hall pass, Zim.
And the hall pass is a ring that goes around your neck that if you leave school grounds, you die. This show is a masterpiece of pure nonsense. But then Zim runs into a problem. If the nurse sees Zim and notices that he does not have human organs, he's gonna get sent off to the military or whatever, get probed and stabbed and stuff. So he heads to the circle of classrooms. Yes, the circle of classrooms, including taxidermy, which was my favorite class when I was a kid. Then he runs into the hall monitor, and this is where things get very, very dark very quick.
Say, you're full of organs, aren't you?
Don't you answer that question.
And you wouldn't notice if you were, say, missing a few. Probably not.
Child, you do not understand what you're doing. Stop, you fool! Ah! And what comes next is the shot that has burned itself into my frontal lobe. I honestly believe This is the only reason that I am paranoid about something going into my belly button. If there's one thing I remember vividly about this episode, it's this shot.
Hello everyone, it is I, the doctor. This child is dead.
Let's see. Target demographic of Invader Zim, 2 to 11 years old. Yeah, that makes sense. So before Zim goes to the nurse, he decides, instead of just, ditching the nurse or just not going at all, he decides to just, do what any normal alien would do and steal 1 or 2 organs from every student in the school. For a 7-year-old me, this was the scariest shit. So anyway, we move back to Dib, who is, being Dib. So he hatches a plan to find out what Zim is doing.
We aren't the cuddly kind of rat. Ms. Bitters, I think a pencil is lodged in my brain. Can I go to the nurse?
How far in your brain?
Pretty far.
God damn it, this show is so good. So Dib calmly goes up to the nurse's front desk and asks where Zim is at, while there is just a bunch of blood-curdling screams in the background.
I'm looking for the pigeon head kid.
Nobody's coming with head pigeons, young man.
I don't like that.
Hello everyone, it is me, the doctor. You can't live without your brain. She's dead.
Something else that now I think is extremely smart and just good writing was the pigeon element. That just sounds like the title to a terrible horror movie, the pigeon element. So at the beginning of the episode, remember Zim was declared that he has the disease called pigeon heads? And since he has this bad case of pigeon head, the pigeon followed him wherever he went. So every time you hear the sound of the pigeon, you know Zim is hiding somewhere.
Must warn others.
This is probably the first time in the entire series that I was ever afraid of Zim. But once again, I was 7. I'm not scared anymore. I'm a big boy.
Baby man, little baby man.
So then this kid dies.
I don't feel so good.
The whole path.
Yes. This child is definitely dead. You cannot put that, your body, it's a cartoon. What the fuck am I doing here?
So Dib notices that everyone's doubled over in extreme pain and then uses his x-ray goggles to discover that everyone in the school is at least missing 1 organ or 2 organs, maybe even 3. I don't know, except Gaz, because Gaz is a badass. We have a kid with a remote in their stomach, a kid with a clock for a heart, a kid with milk as a stomach, a cat as her lower intestine. Oh my God! Oh! That boy's got a lot of organs. Another thing that I love about this show, just because they did it so well, is how completely oblivious they make everyone in the school, just everyone in this universe. Because there is a giant Zim bursting at the seams and no one's even batting an eye at him. So Dib confronts Zim and kind of makes it worse for himself by reminding Zim that he's missing lungs.
I suppose you've got a heart in there.
6 of them.
Intestines?
Large or small.
Spleen?
In 3 different colors.
What about lungs?
So he finds one of the only students left that has all of his organs and tries to protect him by following him around. And obviously, Dib's not the brightest when it comes to that shit. And boom, bam, he's snatched right from behind him. Didn't know where he went. Okay, what the hell kind of school is this? A room full of eyeballs and spleens? That's just not sanitary. Imagine the smell.
You haven't thought of the smell, you bitch!
Oh, great. More nightmare fuel. So Dib then realizes that he is the last person in the school who still has all of his organs. And you know what that means? He gonna die. So Dib runs for his life from an organ-full Zim, with only the sound of the pigeon chasing him down. And then they go to the boiler room with a big nod to the Nightmare on Elm Street. And then at the end, Zim ends up finding Dib and stealing his organs. And all of this happened because Zim had a bad case of head pigeons.
Your stupid plan won't work, Zim. You'll never pull this off.
You speak craziness, Earth Boy. More organs means more human. It will work.
I don't really think that...
Oh, no. He's got a point.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the doctor.
So now Zim is officially ready for his appointment with the nurse.
There! Why, you're one of the healthiest little children I've ever seen, and such plentiful organs.
That's pretty much a win-win for Zim. Actually, that would be a win-win-win because then Dib gets a health checkup, and then everyone freaks out because Zim replaced one of his organs with a cow shaker that makes a cow sound effect, and then basically what Dib wanted to happen to Zim ended up happening to Dib. God damn it, I love this show so much. So remember, kids, the more organs you have, the healthier you are.
Hello, everyone. It is the doctor. This is true.
How the hell do these people get into my house? What do you want? Why are you here?
I just want to be healthier.
No.
I just want to be healthier.
No, that's
that
not.
Is all.
No!
I just want to be healthier. Oh, God damn it. I just want to be healthy.
It was just a dream. Oh, that son of a bitch stole my appendix! So in the end, yes, this episode is truly disturbing. Extremely funny. Like, Invader Zim's writing is just, it's pristine. It's just a great show. But as a 7-year-old child, God damn it, it terrified the shit out of me. And I think the only reason now, watching it back as an adult, the reason I'm still a little bit, grossed out by it is because of that reason. But thank you everyone for watching this video. I really hope you were terrified as I was. Probably not. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go try to find that doctor and see if I can get my appendix back.
Hey, I can fix that.
Johnny, it is you. And you have my appendix.
I can fix that real good.
Johnny.
Yeah, I can fix that. Real good, baby.
Oh hey, it's me, previously incapacitated pig here. And after watching this episode of pure horror and pain, don't you just want to sit down and listen to your favorite artist, Fallen Pine? Well, now you can with the ease and breeze of Raycon earbuds. Now, if you've watched my channel before, I'm sure you've heard of Raycon, but if you're new here, aren't you just tired of all these cables going around your house accidentally, choking you to death? It's not fun. But all of that can go away with Raycon earbuds. Starting about half the price of any other premium wireless earbud, they sound just as amazing as other top brands that you know. These earbuds are great for working out, great for maybe listening to podcasts, great for harvesting organs in order to become some sort of demented superhuman. There's so many things you could do. Their newest model, the Everyday E25, their best yet, has got 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, a nice bass, and it also comes in some crazy colors. So you could, if you're a wacky kind of guy, you don't have to get white. You can get, there's some other colors. So go to buyraycon.com/bionicpig and get 15% off your first purchase of Raycon earbuds. And you could take that to the bank.